what I'm doing is using up, right, let's get rid of all this stuff, using up what I call my first scrapbook Masterboards. They're a bit, I don't know how to put it really. They're a bit sort of amateurish, I suppose you might say. I don't know. They seem to me a bit, you know, some of them haven't worked out as good as they should have. This one's not too bad, but I'll explain in a minute what I mean by amateurish-ish. The next one, that's not too bad. I think I can work with that one. This one is a bunch of scraps. So I thought, right, okay, fair enough. Now this one, this is what I mean by a bit amateurish. I use these squares, tore up some 6x6 pads, and I thought, yeah, I can use them in, you know, a masterboard. Glued them all on. And then when I come to cut up a different one before in the past, I realised that I thought, oh right, my tags are going to be either, if I use the entirety of the board, my tags are going to be the actual size of like just 2 pieces of paper, you know, unless I use a middle bit and chuck the rest away, or, you know, maybe use that bit as a belly band or something like that. So, you know, I've realised that this idea isn't really a good masterboard plan. Yeah, this is similar, but, you know, I have used a few, you know, jagged edges rather than just square edges, you know, like squares. This one I've got a little bit better, I think, you know, by putting in a few different widths of paper. That one, similar. But, I mean, you can probably recognise these pads. They're all old scrapbook albums and things. So the paper isn't really our style, you might say. Some of it is, some of it isn't. But as I've sort of progressed, you know, I've sort of, I don't know, you know, done different things instead. Used music sheet, book page, you know, that kind of thing. And then as I've bought wildflower books and, you know, acquired Edith Holden pad books, I've used different stuff. You know, I've used the Edith Holden pieces and wildflower books and stuff like that. So I have like tried. This one was like a child's book on trees, but it's a bit on the shiny side. That's probably glaring a little bit for you, you know, under the light. But yeah, Edith, you can recognise that one. And then more wildflower books. So I've sort of changed my sort of way of doing them. And then I've also, you know, just done this sort of thing. You know, I've done the Edith Holden stuff. I've done some of this free flow stitch. Used the book flowers. I mean, this one is just tea dye paper, a few strips of Edith Holden text, and then the large flowers that we get in the Edith Holden books. But I like it that so much I won't cut it up, so that's another thing I've got to decide what to do, you know, with these. So yeah, I've sort of changed me, you know, I've done what they call substrate, you know, when you use the whole book pages. You know, I've done a few different ones, as you can see. And then I've used strips that we've cut, you know, off the edges of our papers, you know, inch strips, that kind of thing. You know, when you get a strip, I've just done it like that in lines. I think, you know, I can use those, even though they are sort of directional. And then again, the scraps from the Edith books.